Merry Christmas, everybody. CQDX, CQDX, calling CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Sounding good up here, man. Bring her back. 791, waving. Gulf Islands, North Pacific, off the Pacific coast of Canada, out here on the Gulf Islands. Mobile, Southeast Iowa. Merry Christmas, man. You're making a good trip up here to the Gulf Islands. Good audio, good signal, man. Q5. Sounding good there, mobile out there in Iowa. I didn't get your numbers. Hey, drive safely. Have a Merry Christmas. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. Yeah, we're waving at you. Here's somebody else out there coming back to 791. Bring her back. We're on the side listening here. 392, sounding good, man. Sounding Q5 out here, brother. Did you say Virginia? All right, 392 Illinois, sounding good. And I hear 333 out there in Missouri as well. Hey, 392, have a Merry Christmas, buddy. Your radio's sounding real good out here. UDX 71 Gulf Islands, we're on the side. Cheers, mate.
Hi, 791. Have a Merry Christmas. 392, Illinois clear.
Take care, buddy. Cheers and beers. UDX 791 on the side. Sounding good, 2470 Pennsylvania, 791, waving right back. Merry Christmas to you out there in the Keystone State. You're sounding good out here. Yeah, you as well, my friend. Cheers to you out there in Pennsylvania, and have a great day. Happy DXing. Enjoy your Christmas day. UDX 791. We'll be on the site. Hey, 333 Ozarks, you're coming in, man. 333 Ozarks. 791 waving at you. Merry Christmas from 68. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Waving at you, Central Florida. Merry Christmas to you down there in the Sunshine State, Central Florida. UDX 791 with the Christmas wave. Have a good one out there in Ireland, Northern Ireland, Belfast. Merry Christmas, Anthony. Good to have you out there. Looks like my cursor's stuck. It's not a bad day out here. It's pretty mild. It's green, and Wendy's heading out for a walk, a hike. I says, nah, I'm not hiking on Christmas Day. I'm relaxing today. I'm not going out on any hike today. They made a really good breakfast. They made buckwheat blueberry pancakes, and I had turkey bacon, and I had one egg. So it's one of those type of days I just want to just sit back and relax. We opened our gifts up. I got what I needed. She bought me, can you believe it? Wendy says, I got you something crazy. She bought me a banana suit. You got to see it on the video, man. It's crazy. She bought me a banana costume. Unreal. Nothing surprises me, right? But anyway, yeah, and then I did get a power supply, a 50-amp power supply, but that won't be here till, I think, end of next week. The 5th. I think it'll be here by the 5th. What's the date today? The 25th, right? So 6. Yeah, it'll be here next week or the week after, whenever January 5th is. So I got a nice 30-amp variable power supply coming in 9 to 15 volt, which I need because this one's sounding bad. I think it's going to blow up at any time. I just have to see my match here for a sec. Let's just see my match here. I want to see something. That's good. It's good. All right, that's a good thing. I'm on 37, 375. And there's a bit of skip out there. There's a few people talking on Christmas Day. CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Sounding good there, 904 Indiana, 904 out there in Indiana, UDX 791. Waving. Have a Merry Christmas. Sounding good. 333 Ozarks, a 333 Missouri. Waving at you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you down there in the Show Me State. And enjoy the rest of the day with your family and happy DXing from UDX 791 up here in the North Pacific. Right on there, 333. You made the gate, brother. I just started a live stream here about 6 minutes ago. So just started off at about 6 minutes into this, and you will hear yourself. You're coming in Q5. Enjoy the day, 333. Cheers to you and your family. All right. Cheers and 73s to you, my friend. Always good to hear you in there. And like I say, you're always Q5. Once you swung that house around, shaking the radio room. UDX 791 on the side. Yeah, go ahead. There's somebody out there calling 791. We're waving at you and wishing you a Merry Christmas. Palm Nation. Islamic, no kidding, man. Sounding good, Southwest Missouri. You're definitely making some noise up here on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Merry Christmas to you down that way. Cheers and 73s. UDX 791 on the site. Nice with this thing because I can talk all over the U.S. I kind of maybe can live through some of these people vicariously, especially places. You didn't react to the trolling the way I hoped to. Nah, I don't even react to trolling anymore. I get so many trolls every so often. The guy in Nova Scotia seems to be gone now. JT or whatever the fuck his name was. JL, that was his name. I need 10,000 seeds to spread in our swamp. 10,000. I wish I could send that many to Tennessee, to the States, but they would nab them. I know customs, man. Hello, Gem State Tropics. Merry Christmas, buddy. From sunny, dry, cold Boise. But you know what? It's sunny. That's a good thing. It's cloudy here today. And, yeah, 333. We're in here, man. 333 Missouri. Waving.
Yeah, 076 down in Southern California said to give you a Christmas wave.
Oh, right on. Say right back to him, 076 JG Mopar. Right on. You can tell him I'm live right now, too. Yeah, awesome. Merry Christmas to him. Thanks for the relay, buddy.
You got it, Joe. Take care. Merry Christmas up your way. And yeah, 076 said to roll that nickel your way. I'm going to best to do it. Take care. UDX 791. The Ozarks down back down south with the beams.
Sounding good, man. You're hitting me 40 over, buddy. Hey, thanks for the relay. And we're waving right back at 076 down there in Ventura County, Cal. Have a good one, bro. UDX 791. We're listening and reading this mail. What? Private pilot license. That's awesome. Hey, you know what that means? You can fly up here now. You can actually fly up here. Way to go, Steven. Good for you, man. That is freaking awesome. You know, but the only landing strips we actually have here is the ocean. We got seaplanes coming in every day of the year, 365 days of the year. They take off and they come in. And often, if Wendy wants to get to Vancouver quickly, she pays a little bit extra and hops on the seaplane and flies her. And it'll get her there in about a half hour. From the time she gets on the plane till the time she lands is probably about a half hour. Just got that is so cool. Yeah, I wish I could send you 10,000 seeds, Zach. I really do. I just sent 200 seeds to Renton, Washington, and they wanted them. And I said to the lady, and she's bought them from me before, and they actually made it. But I said, and I actually put a note inside the package for customs in case they open it up. I need to go. Yeah, you should get some. Well, down where you are, you're going to get lots of sable seeds, right? And I'm sure there's trackies too, but you're going to get sables and probably lots of needle pond seeds, I bet. Throw those around in the swamp too. Gem State Tropics, congratulations. And G Mello, Merry Christmas. Good to see you in there. I didn't know if anybody would come here on a Christmas live stream. Currently 38 there. My thermometer seems to be working, acting up here. So let's just see. Let's see what it is here. It feels like about 8 degrees Celsius out there where I'm at, maybe 9 degrees. It is currently 8 degrees Celsius here. And low temperature, it's going to get to 9, and low temperature is going to be 8 degrees Celsius. So rest of the week looks like 11 and 10 degrees Celsius. So lower 50s. It's been good. But so it's 8 degrees currently. Merry Christmas from Miami Beach. Oh, lucky you. Low was 14. Yeah, we were probably around 7, I think, something like that, our low. 74. My kids are down in Playa del Carmen right now. 52 in Pennsylvania. That's good. A lot of people are having a green Christmas. Y'all going to be jealous yesterday. 23. See, that's good, man. That's awesome. 23 is a good temperature for Christmas. My kids are in 38 in Gem State. That's not bad. 38's not bad. Not a cloud in sight in Idaho. My kids are down in Playa del Carmen right now. Went snorkeling today. Miami. I've been to Miami. I was there in February 1996, man. A good place to be. I'm not going anywhere tropical this year, but we will go on the Alaska cruise in May. That's far from tropical. But you know the nice thing about an Alaska cruise, we're going to go over to Foodie Phil's place on the mainland, and you've seen videos of Phil's place. He's got lots of palm trees in his garden, big ones. We're going to take a Uber from his house to the downtown, where the downtown Vancouver, where the cruise ships go, and we're going to leave from there. I'm auctioning off Palm Planet against Palm Planet again. $200 for a planet full of palms. 60, so not so bad. That's good in London. Is that London, right? Getting some snow for a second time tonight, but I'm staying. Yeah, so it's not that cold even in Idaho. It's actually mild over there too. They said pretty much everywhere in the southern part of Canada is going to have a green Christmas this year. Most of the time we have a green Christmas here. Last year we had a white Christmas, but the year before, it's usually about once every 10 years we get a green one here. You know, so higher price than 200. Oh, the palm seeds you could buy with that. Yeah, no, it's not bad out here, but like I say, I'm not in the mood. Hey, hello. There they go. There goes the dog. There they all go. There's Krista. There goes Wendy. They are going hiking. And tomorrow, the next 2 days, I'm going to be off island. I'm going to be in Victoria because I got to get that surgery on. I'm going to be in the hospital first thing Wednesday morning. By 8 a.m., I'm going to be in the hospital. So, and I'll be in there all day, I'm sure. We will be 76, partially cloudy tomorrow. Nice. Normally we get green Christmas. Yeah, I would figured you get a green Christmas there in Boise, you know. But most people just haven't been that cold this year. We haven't even had any frost yet up at the north end. See the video I shot of the bananas? I just posted it. And it's good. I don't even know how you get that writing on there, Palm Nation. How do you actually get that type of writing on here? Down in Florida visiting family, then off to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, the Buckeye State, Ohio. Say hi to Bigfoot Squad for us. If you're listening, Bigfoot Squad. I haven't seen that guy for a long time. Whatever happened to Bigfoot Squad? Gone, man. JL in Nova Scotia and Bigfoot Squad are all gone. Haven't seen those guys forever. Where did they disappear to? We'll try to find him. I don't know where he is. I don't even know if that guy's making videos anymore. Bigfoot Squad actually lives in Southeast Virginia now. Does he really? He actually moved to Virginia? Wow. That's actually better for probably growing palm trees than where he was. Virginia, there's definitely palm trees in Virginia. I've seen them in Norfolk, Virginia. I've seen nice palms in Norfolk, Virginia. I've seen pictures of them. Wow, cool. I think I'd rather live in Virginia. No offense to people living in Ohio, but I think I'd rather be in Virginia. Virginia's supposed to be a pretty nice place. Very nice place. I think there's some nice mountains there too, isn't there? So, yeah, I haven't heard from that guy for a long time. I talked to him on Instagram. He's out of Rhoda. Oh, he has. Oh, interesting. So he's actually gone more normal now. Well, that's good. Right on. That's a good thing, man. And I guess he was going through a phase. It hasn't even snowed over here in Nevada. Late snowfall towards spring, maybe. That's where I just sent some seeds to Carson City, Nevada. I got some. I just sent. Oh, actually, you know what? I have them in the package. I'm going to mail them on next Friday. I'm going to mail the seeds to Carson City, Nevada this Friday. I found some massive needle palms in Williamsburg, Virginia. I bet they're big, and I bet you they're old ones too. Well, you know, there's some big ones because Palm Planet's posted them in Washington, D.C. Right? Oh, thanks, Gem State Tropics. Merry Christmas, man. That's awesome. I hope, and congratulations on your pilot's license. That's really cool. I wonder if you could actually fly to Canada. Can you fly? You'd make it to Canada in a Cessna, eh? Is it like a Cessna plane you got your pilot's license for? I'm not too sure. I'm not an expert on planes, but the planes in our harbor are called de Havilland Beaver, like they're de Havillands, and they're probably older planes, but they look really nice, and they have pontoons on them, so they land in the ocean, right? But I've only been on one of those things once, long time ago when I was a kid, flying over to one of the more northern Gulf Islands from Vancouver. So that's the way to go. If you want to get over to the mainland fast from Salt Spring, you take a float plane. I might go live later. Oh, cool. Right on. I'll try to get into there. I could definitely fly a Cessna 172. That is cool. To Canada. That is awesome. I wonder how long it would take to fly from, say, Idaho, where you are, to here. Do you think you could get here in a day? Oh, yeah, you could. I bet you could get here in a day easily. Easily. To drive to where you are is probably what? I'm going to say 12, 13 hours maybe, something like that to drive direct. To drive to Calgary from here is 12 hours in Edmonton. So I bet you could fly here pretty quick. I'm going to say you could probably fly here with a Cessna. I'm going to say 172. Okay, so I don't know how far you are. How far is Boise from Salt Spring? I forget what we calculated. Let me just look that up. Boise, Idaho. Direct. Spring Island. Let's see what Google tells me here, Stephen. Okay, to drive 652 miles. You would get here quick. You'd get here and you could fly here in about 4 hours, I bet. I bet you could get here in about 4 hours with one of those Cessnas. 652.3 miles from Boise to Salt Spring Island if you were to drive. That's pretty cool. That's actually not that far. Really, I don't consider it that far. Typically 100 to 110 knots. Cool. Oh, hey, JG Mopar. Yeah, I got the message from 333 in the Ozarks. Relayed it. And wishing you a Merry Christmas as well. I'm not getting California right now. We did get some California yesterday. Are those berry looking things off the side of the palms? Yeah, they're seeds. Yeah, lots of seeds, man. You got some good palm trees down where you are. You can grow them. Well, they grow like weeds where you are in California. I'll calculate the real quick. Okay, cool. I'm guessing, I'm going to say, let me think. I think you could get here in 3.5 hours if you flew. That's what I'm going to say. 3 hours, maybe 3.25 hours from Boise to Salt Spring Island, which is really quick. That's really, you know what? Actually, we used to have, and they might still be there. We actually had two airstrips, one on the north end here in a farmer's field. They had the wind socks there, and we had one on the south end too. But I think the airstrips are still there, but the people just aren't using it anymore. But so it's mostly what it is, it's all seaplane, float planes. Like I say, de Havilland, Beaver with the pontoons, right? I got a lot of videos of them here taking off and stuff. I love watching come in for a landing. So 5 hours. Not bad. Okay, 5 hours. So if you left in the morning, you guys are an hour ahead of us too. So I think you're an hour ahead of us. So if you left at, say, 8 in the morning, you could get here by 1 p.m. in the afternoon, flick the clock back an hour, and you're here at noon. I'd like to get preferably in a CR22, maybe 4.5. That's pretty quick, man. Should try that sometime. You'd actually have to land at Vancouver Airport. Or you know what? No. There's actually a Boundary Bay Airport. That's even closer. It's right by the ferry terminal. You look up Boundary Bay Airport. Boundary Bay Airport is right across the water from us. So where our ferry comes in on the mainland, there's a Boundary Bay Airport, like a landing strip. You could land there. And that's pretty cool. And then you just have to hop on the ferry. Not sure Vancouver would let a little. Boundary Bay would. Boundary Bay Airport would. Let me look that up. I've been out there before, but I've never landed there. I spelled that wrong. Stupid me. Boundary Bay Airport here. I'll put it's in Delta. It's right across the water from us here. It is 2.5 nautical miles. It's 8.5 nautical miles southeast of Vancouver. I'm gonna give you the site for it here, and you can check it out. And Cessnas can go in there. Copy. Here you go. Here you go, Stephen. Right there. Boundary Bay Airport. Check out that link, man. That'll give you the home site of Boundary Bay Airport. It's right basically across the water from Salt Spring. I'm selling Sable Miner seats 10 for 30 and 25 for 50. Yep, good price. Because they're from good eco. I sell 100 palm seeds for $25. That's with shipping. 25. Yeah, I just harvested some really nice palm seeds, right? So surely landing fee would be a lot more. Yeah, it would be. Awesome. I'll have to, check it out. You could fly up. So check out Boundary Bay Airport. It is a nice airport, and it's, like I say, right close to the, hang on, my thing's going really slow. This went black. Forgive me for a minute here, man. I'm trying to get in. It says slow internet. Come on. There it is. Private flights near Metro Vancouver. Boundary Bay Airport. And there's Cessnas there right now. Flight training, pilot information, filming. And it shows you they're making it bigger too. Very cool. I think you'll like that site, man. You'll like that site. Check it out. You ever decide to fly up there, that's where you land. I do not ship outside of the U.S. I do not ship to California. Yeah, I can't ship to Hawaii. I've shipped to every state except Hawaii. That's the truth, man. I've shipped my palm seeds to every state except Hawaii. I'll have to fly up and get. Yeah, you could do that, dude. I'll get you some seeds. Give you some seedlings too. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm shipping to the States, but the last few years it's been really sticky. Ever since the COVID bull crap, it seems like they've been stickier at customs, and they've been opening up some of my packages. and taken the seeds out. Now, the last ones I sent to Washington State made it. So the same lady messaged me, and she just paid me, and she paid me for 200 seeds. She paid me $63 US. I sell on eBay. I have an eBay store. I've been selling on there for, God, 16 years, something like that on eBay. I've actually shipped Alaska, but Hawaii is not permitted. I could never get seeds into Hawaii, and I've shipped a tiki to Australia, but I could never ship seeds to Australia. They're really picky. Also, when you find other countries, security is nowhere near. That is so cool, man. I'm going to germinate more of the seeds at the beginning when I should germinate them. You start germinating them now in the baggy method. I mean, if you want, or put them in pots, but start germinate them now. Hopefully they're still viable. But hey, if not, you fly up here and I'll get you some seeds. I'll give you a bunch of seeds and I'll give you some seedlings to take back. That will be my gift to you. Since you do support the channel, I'll give you some seedlings and I will give you some seeds to take back to Idaho. You can take them right off the palm if you want. Okay. Banana Joe star 123. Try that. If not, I'll get you my eBay link. Let me just see. Let me find you my eBay store. Let me find you the eBay store here. Hang on. God, the people that fool around on this freaking radio are just sickening, man. eBay. And then I'll get you, and then you can see what I sell citrus seeds too. I just put some yuzu lemon seeds on there. Yuzu lemons are hardy to like -10 or something. My eBay. Hang on, we're going to get to this. Hang on one sec. Bear with me, folks. It's kind of slow. I'm signing into eBay. And then I'll put my link to my store on. Okay, here we go. Right there. I got 100% rating, 635 stars. Okay, so it is Banana Joe star 123. So here's my eBay store right here, guys. That's it right there. Perfect combination for soil you can get from Home Depot. So are you planting them in the ground or a pot? I said PayPal. I do take PayPal too through my eBay. Oh, actually not eBay. That goes direct to, but if you're buying them privately, I do PayPal. The perfect soil combination for palm trees you can get from Home Depot. I actually use 1 part wood chips decomposed to, like maybe 3-4 parts soil, something like that. Topsoil. Yeah, PayPal. I do get paid through PayPal privately. The baggy method never works for me, but I found that it outwashes germinate. Oh, interesting. Well, then, I've shipped all over Europe, Rocket Man. I've shipped seeds all over Europe. It's just that shipping fees to Europe are more. So, you can add at least another $15 onto shipping for the Europe. It's so expensive to ship from Canada to Europe, man. They gouge us here. It's just stupid. In Canada, it's cheap. And the U.S., they raise it up too. Yeah, I could ship to Mexico. I've shipped to Mexico before. I've shipped to South America. I've shipped to a few countries in South America. Believe it or not, I've shipped to Argentina, Chile, I think it's Bolivia, Paraguay. I've shipped them to Brazil. Like, why on earth would anybody down there want palm trees from here? That's what I never get. And same with Florida. I've shipped a lot of seeds to Florida. That's what I don't get. Why they would want my palm seeds in Florida, South Carolina. I could see maybe in northern North Carolina, maybe where it gets a little colder, but that doesn't make sense. And even California, I've shipped them to many times. It's like, to me, it seems strange, but if they buy them, they bid them on an eBay, then they buy them, I ship them. I don't question them, whatever they want. If they want seeds from here, I'll send them seeds from here. But if you're planting palms in the ground, Palm Nation, I sell. Okay, so Palm Nation sells them through PayPal. But yeah, I've shipped a lot of seeds to Mexico. Oh, they're rare there, eh? Okay. Where were you? Oh, Rocket Man, Mexico. So you're in Mexico. Yeah, just check out my eBay store there. Or you know what? If you want them privately, you can pay me through PayPal, and you directly message me. And hang on, that's my personal email. So if you want them directly, you'll save more than just going through eBay. eBay always takes a chunk, so I can, you know, they always sell. I can sell them a little bit cheaper. I have Butia and Trachycamerobs and many hardy species. Okay, so you have all that stuff. Yeah, I ship Trachy seeds. Palm Nation. And you are interested in purchasing Memphis strain Sable. There you go. So there's the link he posted in there. Click that link for hardy palms from the volunteer state. Right. So I ship. Well, you can see my. Or you know what? I'll post a link to one of my videos I just put on. Hang on here. Hang on, folks. Let me find out. I'll just post something here, and you can see what the seeds look like that I harvested. I just harvested a ton of seeds last week, and after 1 week, they're already turning black. People say, why do you harvest them green? Because they're ready to harvest. You hang them to dry in a nice, well-ventilated, cool area, and they will turn black very fast. So let me find this here. Amazing how many people are on Christmas Day on the radio. Let's just see here. Hang on there, folks. This is on my other YouTube channel, okay? And then you can see what the seeds look like. There we go, right here. Here's a link for you right there. So this is the. I don't like that French language. I don't sell outside of the U.S. to be clear for anyone who has missed it. Okay, he doesn't sell outside of the U.S. Palm Nation, only within U.S. Are you able to grow Butia jubea in Memphis area with this winter so far? Robustus. That's cool, man. Gem State Tropics. That's cool, Steve. Well, it's an El Nino this year, so a lot of people are feeling the effects of that, and it's a good thing. If you grow exotic plants, palms, and all that's great, but these climate activists. Well, they say it's global warming, which is crap. It's total crap. There's a guy that posted a picture of a daffodil coming up in his garden in Victoria, and he says, it worries me, this global warming. So I sent him a video, because I shoot videos of daffodils blooming here on Salt Spring. Exactly, it was December 16th, daffodils blooming. Here, I see them blooming in early January every year. It's nothing new, and it's not global warming. If you talk to Trudeau, he'll tell you it's global warming. It's crap. Just got our first In-Out cool burger, right? In-Out burger. I don't think we have those up here. I'd like to try it. After I get my heart stent, I go in for my heart thing on, like I say, Wednesday morning. So after I get that, then I can load up on the fatty food. I'm actually not going to. I watch what I eat. But I'll have the odd burger here and there. I actually had turkey bacon for breakfast with pancakes and 1 egg. But last night we went to Hal and Michelle's. And we had chicken. We had a 14-pound chicken smoked in the smoker. It was in the smoker for, I think, 8 hours. He had it in the smoker. So far, average temp for December being 9. That's cool. I don't know what our average is. I never really figure out the averages. See what we are now. We might be at 9 degrees here. We are 8 degrees. 8 degrees Celsius here on the Gulf Islands. Chips at most. Yeah, the chips. Yeah, I like a good burger. So, that's what I'm going to do, because I have to fast the night before my surgery. And then so the next day, if I survive the surgery, which most likely I will, I'll go out for a burger. Jubea, no, because it's way too hot. Yeah, probably they don't want the humidity. the high heat and humidity. Yeah, there are Butias on our island. A couple of really nice ones. I never really have luck with them. They last you about 10 years. Then we get a bad freeze, and then the center spear always goes. So I kind of given up on Butia. I'm not going to do them anymore. I might try another Jubea one time. I don't know. We'll see if we stay here long enough. See, if Trudeau gets reelected again, we might have to move because I can't stand that guy. I hate him. So I couldn't handle another term of that guy. And that's the problem with up here in Canada. Our prime minister can keep running as long as he wants. But in the States, I think it's like a 4-year term and then they're done, right? But up here, the guy can keep on going. He could be here 20 years from now if morons keep voting for him. Parajubea in Memphis is Parajubea's dad. Yeah, Parajubea I've tried here too. I have one in my greenhouse, non-heated, but I had one in the ground for about a year or so, but it had too much root competition and I took it out and put it in a pot. I had a big one in the ground and that bad winter, not last year, but the year before, killed it. It killed that. My friend bought it for me. It was like $450 and it froze dead. Sable country because of the heat. Yeah, they like it. They like heat. End up in Michigan too. Can't forget Michigan, Palm Nation. Lots of palms in Michigan. Lots of big trackies and sables in Michigan. Right? We know that. I've seen some of the palms up there and I wouldn't write home about them. I would not write home about them when I see a palm, Trachycarpus palm with one frond sticking out the top. Not good. Not good. A stressed out palm that looks half dead. That ain't exactly a healthy palm tree. And it's not, when somebody takes a video of their palm tree with a half dead frond sticking out the top of an 8-foot trunk and said, palm trees flourish here. I say, come on, man. Are you for real? That's not flourishing, man. Anyway, if I have time when I'm in Victoria, I'll try to shoot some videos of some palm trees. We'll see. We'll see where we head after the hospital. I'm hoping to come straight home. I'm going to be in a hotel for a couple of days, 1 day in the hospital, and it's only day surgery. So, God, people love yucca. I like yuccas too. Well, you guys got the Joshua trees too, like amazing, huge Joshua trees. That's where I'd like to get some seeds from. Again, I've grown them from seed before, but I really would actually like to get some more Joshua tree seeds. That would be awesome. I think Parajubea would be fine to try heats. They don't like the high, yeah, they're a high elevation palm. Parajubea is like mountain coconut. Remember that troll that claimed he grew trackies in some island in the Midwest? Oh, that was, I think that might have been Bigfoot Squad, possibly. Some island, Erie Island. I think it might have been Erie Island or something like that. Right. I don't know. Does Erie Island even exist? I don't know. I never really looked into it. Oh, then there's Bataratera, a made-up make-believe island. That's it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just all make-believe stuff. I have a small Joshua tree in the harvest. Oh, cool. Red yuccas are nice, too. I think it was Lake Erie Island. That's it. It does not exist. Okay. It's somebody's imagination. They're wishing something like that would exist. On this channel, it was Cedar Point Island. Cedar Point Island. Does that exist? We have Cedar Point. Do we have Cedar Point here? Yellow Point. We have a Yellow Point on Vancouver Island. We might have a Cedar Point. There's certainly none here on our island. We have lots of cedar trees, Western red cedar. Anyway, it's looking pretty gloomy out here right now. It's very gray. I don't know if it's raining though. Let me stick my head out the window here. So it's not raining. Here, I'll take you outside into the garden for a sec, okay? I'll take you outside into the garden and I'll show you what it's doing here. So it's around 47 degrees, just kind of a typical winter day. And it's not cold out. So it's looking like this. This is what we're looking like here on the Gulf Islands. And we'll go this way. Things are budding out. You see, they're really budding out. Look at this. That's this is a flowering currant. Deciduous. There's a fuchsia. There's fuchsia there. It's got all its leaves on it. And you can see the jasmine. That jasmine is green, hasn't lost any leaves. And supposed to be a wind warning, they say. There's supposed to be, oh, I gotta watch this water on my laptop. Gotta watch that water. Gotta get out of here. Water's coming off the trees. Bit of a wind blew it off the arbutus trees. So, yeah, so you can tell that this is Trachycarpus country. You can see, so when I say healthy Trachycarpus palm, those are healthy Trachycarpus palm trees. You see how green they are? You don't see any brown tips on them. They are very, very happy. And you can grow them right up against your house. It doesn't matter. There's lots of them in that garden. I think in that garden up against the house, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bet you there's about 12 palm trees in that garden, cram-packed in that garden. And then there's a cluster of palms there. And you can see how they look kind of cool when they're clustered up. And I'll show you the sable palm. The sable Cassiarum is down there under that plastic bag in front of the Guatemalan cherry. And then we got lots of them down here too. Date palm is underneath that bucket. I could probably just left it out. All my other date palms are out, right? And tomorrow will be 11, C and sunny. Nice. So that's good temperatures. Yeah, we're going to be in the lower 50s the next for the rest of the week, right? And then over here, it's pretty green. It's a pretty green place, right? Loquats blooming. Loquats got flowers. So if it stays mild enough through to spring, and then we'll get some nice flowers or nice fruit on the loquat. There you go. That's what we're looking like. That palm's got lots of seed on it. So, and then of course we got the big trees around too, right? So the surrounding trees are tall Douglas fir, and that's how we heat our house, right? Those are great firewood, and that's what houses are built out of those guys. That's what they build houses out of, those ones. 20 right now, 5C tonight. Wow, nice. So you got good temperatures. Good temperatures. So anyway, everything's going good here. This is bad news. This plant right here, that's English ivy. That stuff is terrible. See, it just takes over. That is the worst possible plant you can have right here. This is an invasive, bad invasive species. Those are stumps of trees we cut down, and they just cover up the stumps really fast, right? So got to keep them off the palm trees. We don't want that stuff on the palms. Yeah, English ivy's terrible. But I mean, it's native to the UK somewhere, right? It must grow in the forests over there. And I don't know if it wouldn't be an invasive species in the UK because it's a native species, right? It's like those maple trees. You see that big maple tree in the forest that's lost its leaves? They're native, but they spread like a frickin' weed. They really do. Anyway, I'm going to go back into my man cave. But you can see there's a lot of palms clustered in here in the gardens. Can never have enough palms. And then the Nandina domestica gives you the nice berries, right? And it goes good with the palm trees. So let's head back in here. We got camellias blooming in the garden. There's rhodos blooming, and there's still flowers on the hydrangeas. So it just hasn't been cold, but that doesn't mean it's not going to get cold. And we can still get a cold snap in an El Nino. So you know what I mean? Don't count the chickens before they hatch. I don't. You know what I mean? People think just because it's really mild right now, it's going to stay like that the rest of the winter. Well, there's a good chance we could get, a couple of days of cold weather, and it just kind of cools everybody's optimism, right? It grows everywhere here. So it does grow everywhere in England. That's interesting. Yeah, I did a similar mistake with morning glory. Oh, morning glory is bad. Bad. We got that stuff here too. Not at our property, but that is bad news. Starts making a mess on the side of the house. Yeah, it's bad. I ripped a bunch off. At where I work, there's one house. It was a brick house covered in it. And my job was to remove all that stuff. It had massive vines. So what I did first, I took the weed eater to it and defoliated it first. And then I took it and I pulled all the vines off and I cut them off ground level. But those vines will grow back again. That's the problem. They almost got to be dug out. It's there's actually not a lot of skipping on the radio. It's pretty quiet actually. Anyway, I'll probably go for an hour. It's pretty quiet out here. I know it's Christmas and you guys want to be spending time with the family. Glyphosate. So that'll kill it. It's bad on the house, man. I would not want it in a house. There's actually some of it creeping up onto the shed beside this underneath. And I'm going to have to take my weed eater. I think in the spring, I'm just going to start nuking it all, man. And the reason this ivy is here, years ago, probably 30 years ago or so, my mom says, hey, Joey, I'll plant you some ivy. So she had a few pots of ivy. She thought she was doing me some good. I'll plant you a few pots of ivy. That crap is everywhere now. Thanks, Mom. I really stick insects into my garden to get rid of them. I love eating. They do? Stick insects into my garden to get rid of them as well. They love eating stick insects. I've seen those at the pet store. I wonder if they would survive here. I don't know if they would actually survive here. No, I thought they were we have praying mantis here on the south end of our island. I've never seen a praying mantis on the north end, but on the south end, lots of people have seen praying mantis, and they posted pictures of them on Facebook as well. So if a praying mantis survives here, then maybe the stick insect might. I don't know. I would like to know how how much they can tolerate a stick insect. Where are they from? I do remember seeing them at the pet store though. Oh, you know what I'm gonna have? I'm gonna have a ginger beer. Ginger beer. Let me get my thing out, my Swiss Army knife. Gonna get my Swiss Army knife out. And anyway, guys, you know what I'm looking forward to now after Christmas? Not New Year's. I'm looking forward to spring, man. I'm looking forward to spring. There's people that are invasive but have not spread. I gotta find out how much cold can they tolerate. Would they survive our climate? Let me know. Actually, you know what? I better Google that. I better Google stick insect. Let's see. Break down 3 months or you'll. Okay, so don't add it around. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. The only edible thing we really grow here is citrus. We have some apples, and those are away from the garden. And then we have garlic, and that's on its own down below. In a garden on its own, back of the property. Okay, New Zealand stick insects. Okay, I have to find out how cold tolerant is a New Zealand stick insect. Okay, let's find out. They are two lineages. New Zealand stick insects have diversified into freezing habitats during the course of the radiation, probably utilizing two different cold tolerance strategies. What temperatures can stick insects survive? What if New Zealand bug? I'm curious. Normal temperatures of 17 plus. I don't know. Cold tolerance of alpine stick insects. Oh, okay. So for them, the South Island of New Zealand, I'm guessing there they are. Cold tolerance of alpine stick insects. 21 species, 8 genera. New Zealand. What? That doesn't tell me. Okay, they're native to the alpine. Doesn't tell me how cold hardy they are, but they're native to high elevations. Beer, that's ginger beer, man. Natural ginger beer. You gotta like ginger beer. I think that's a British thing. That's not alcoholic. It's just ginger beer. Good for you. Low in calories. Hopefully, I'm not lagging too much. The brand is called Roundup. Oh, I know Roundup. I know that stuff. I can't really use it here. We're on a well water, so I got to really watch what we use around here for our drinking water. Our water comes from the deep in the ground, right? Yeah, same with here too. Ginger beer is very popular here, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things. So, one of the guys, the supervisor, asked. They phoned my wife. I didn't know about it, and they asked what Joe likes to drink because I don't really drink too much in the way of booze, and a beer once in a while. And they says get him some ginger beer because they were going to buy me some beer or whatever. It says ginger beer is better. That's good stuff. Old English ginger is good stuff. Let's see if I can get. I'm just going to try to make a contact here. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Yeah, we're waving at your portable station out there. We hear you. This is UDX 791. Have a good one out there, my friend. It's a bit of a train wreck out here. Hey. Merry Christmas to you. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. Noisy. Anyway, maybe we'll take this to an hour and then we'll go inside, put my banana costume back on and sit back in a chair and relax. Yeah, it's really quiet. Most people today are spending time with their family, probably playing with their Christmas gifts. I did spray it all over my garden last year, set and on fire. Worked good. Way less weeds. Cool. So it did work, Rocket Man. I've used Roundup before, and I'll tell you where I've used it. Baseball infield to kill weeds, and I've also used it around the track to kill weeds. I might try to sprout some Tracky seeds and maybe a few date. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, do it, man. Just keep them in the house, Stephen. They will grow. You know what I mean? They're going to grow for you if they're fresh seeds. The problem is with Tracky seeds, the longer you let them sit around, the less viable they become. Put them in water. Generally, if Tracky seeds float, they're no good. And if they sink, they're usually good. So that's one way to tell. And it doesn't work the same way with all palm seeds because some palm tree seeds will float. But with Tracky seeds, I know if they sink, generally they're good. So sink good, float bad. Very unlikely the Roundup will leach into your well. Stay up. So okay. Then the well is 200 feet deep. Probably take a while before it ever gets down that deep, Rocket Man? My prediction is next year is going to be hotter. I think so too. Well, last summer was just hot, and well, we always have dry summers, but it was hotter, and it was hotter than usual, I think, for longer. Must be climate change, huh? Then it breaks down in 3 months. Okay, cool. I don't even know if you can buy Roundup here anymore. They might even have banned it. I haven't used it for a long time. Me and my other friend, one of the guys I worked with, would have backpack sprayers, and we go out on a warm day, and we go do the infield. The infield was the big area at the baseball diamonds, and we'd spray that with Roundup, and it would really nuke the weeds, man. Give her a few days, you start to see stuff going brown. Predict a warm winter. Yeah, well, they're talking about an above average winter. So far it's panned out, and we haven't had as much rain either. It's been drier, and that actually worries me. There's no snow in our mountains. The mountains here are bad. It's bad. There's no snow. The ski hills are suffering. There's nothing up there, man. Wendy just got from Vancouver. She just got back. She took pictures of the local mountains. There's nothing up there. For the past 2 years, scientists here said the strongest chance of being the hottest on record. Wow. I hope we don't have anything like we had 2 years ago. June 2021, man. Late June, we had that heat wave. Oh, that was sick, man. I didn't like it. I did not like it. It was brutal. It actually caused some damage to the garden. I remember working out in it that day. It was just unfreaking believable. That week, man, it was cooking. Well over 100 degrees, which is hot for this area. For an island up here in the North Pacific, that is hot. If you're down there in the southern states, that's not no big deal. But when you're this far north, it's a big deal. Having temperatures up into the 100 degrees range. Record temperatures broken. No snow in our mountains either. That's crazy. So nothing in Gem State either. Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah, I'm worried about that, Gem State tropics. I am really worried about that, Stephen. Come spring. Is it true soaking Tracky water? No, I've never done it. I don't ever bother soaking them. I just sow them as is. Hottest months, 28 C average. Wow, so that's hot. That is really hot, man. Can I buy one of those mini? Yeah, I've used that too. I use the flame thrower. It hooks up to a propane tank, and that'll nuke the weeds. And actually, one of the other guys did that on the infield and burnt them out too. 1 year he did that. CBH, have a good one. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Thanks for coming in there and joining into Jungle Joe C Video Gates. Maybe I should actually do one for Christmas Day on Banana JSSI, my other channel. My other channel is actually my plant channel, right? But you know what? If people want to talk plants on here too, I'm good with it because I have plant videos on here too. Cordoba in Spain in August has an average of 40 C. Ugh, that is hot, man. That is hot. 2 months straight of temps over 100. The hottest I've seen here. Wow, that is hot. In England, over 100 from the end of June to the middle of August. In England? Or is that Spain? Oh, no, there. Sorry, Jen, I'm getting you confused. Sorry, that's in Idaho. Sorry. My bad. Wow, I believe it. I do believe it. Idaho gets hot because you're in from the ocean and you're going to just get way more heat units for sure. 110 few days. That is hot, man. Good for the Joshua trees. Joshua trees like that. I got to try Joshua tree again, man. I need to try one, and I know it will work here. I did have one in the garden for quite a few years, but I had it in a bad spot. I did grow it from seed, and the seed was collected from Joshua Tree National Park. Globe Wide Radio, Merry Christmas, man. How's it going? I'm on channel 37. If you want to give me a call, I will listen for you. My beam is pointed southeast right now. Let me know your direction. I can point it that way. July 22 with 101, then 105 the next. So you guys are up over. Yeah, I remember you guys had that heat wave too. Ours was June 2021. And we have been to 100 degrees here before, but not when I lived here. It was long before that. The record here is 100 degrees, but we broke that in 2021. I've never seen so much heat in my life. I'm going to say that's the hottest temperature I've ever been in. Hoping for a brutal heat wave next year. Yeah, that'll be good for the plants down there. They'll like it. Cordoba as the mountain heat. Wonder if we could grow trackies. Oh, you could probably. I wonder if one could grow trackies near Sierra Nevada. I wonder. Maybe some of those Bulgarian ones. My antenna is in the attic. Don't get out that far. Oh, you have an attic antenna. Well, that's good too. That's good for people that live in apartments. I was over at my buddy's place the other day, and hopefully he can fix my RCI because the FM and AM ain't working, and he's put one in the attic there. Merry Christmas, Rocket Man. Merry Christmas to all. I'm coming up to 1 hour on the live stream. Christmas goes fast, doesn't it? It's unbelievable. And I get all this week off and all next week because I got to recover next week. Hopefully they fix me up okay. And I feel great. I feel like $1 million, but like I say, get a partially clogged artery going into the heart makes it more difficult when I want to do some heavy duty hiking to the top of a mountain or pedaling my bike up a steep hill. If that's when that shortness of breath comes in, and it really irritates me because physically I'm not tired. I can do it, but my lungs or my air not getting enough oxygen into my lungs, and it's just like from the blood flow, and it's a real pain in the butt. So hopefully with that stent, more blood's going to go through, and that's not going to happen anymore. We'll find out. Yeah, we got 4 antennas up here. No shortage of antennas here on the Gulf Islands. But like I say, it's very quiet out here at Skipland. We got the idiot on 38. Channel 365. I'm just going to let it sit there for a bit and see what happens. Oh, time goes way faster as I get older, man. It is insane. I'm 59. I'm going to be 60 at the end of March. I don't feel it. I don't feel that old, but it goes fast. Like I said to some people, you remember when you were a little kid and you couldn't wait for your birthday? It just seemed to take forever to get there. Well, now it's like, what the F? It's my birthday already? It's crazy. Hey, 605, Merry Christmas. You're sounding good on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. 791 on the side. Hey, 32 North Carolina, UDX 791 on the side. Try to get a North Carolina. Sounding good. 605 UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Hey, 605 UDX 791 waiting. CQDX, UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. Merry Christmas. 955 Southern Indiana, UDX 791 waving. Merry Christmas, my friend. Talking to Idaho. UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. 068, I think I hear you out there. 068 Minnesota, 791 waving. All right there, Jim. Hey, Merry Christmas. Have a good one, buddy. I'm live right now. UDX 791 waving. Merry Christmas, Matt. Have a good one, Jim. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. 068 Minnesota, 791 Gulf Islands, QSX. Okay. After 26, life is just sped up. It's crazy, man. You're suddenly 32. My oldest son is 32. He's going to be 33 in February. And my youngest son is going to be 24 in July. And my daughter's going to be 30 at the beginning of April. Try to rent a plane New Year's Eve. Look at the lights. Look at the... Oh, cool, man. Trying to rent a plane New Year's Eve during the evening to look at. That's so cool, man. That would be awesome. How much fun is that? You know what I mean? That would be awesome. Well, hopefully one day you can fly up to Boundary Bay Airport. Check it out, man. It's possible. You can land Cessnas there. And Boundary Bay Airport is right beside the ocean. You know what I mean? So you fly, say you can get up in 3.5, 4 hours from Idaho. And yeah, it's possible to do that. Anyway, Rocket Man, I know how fast time goes. That's bad. Don't push yourself too hard with the cardio. No. Well, you know what? I try to. That's the problem. And I do work out 5 days a week there, Rocket Man. But over the last couple of years, I found like I'm getting the shortness of breath when I really do push myself. And I thought I was having problems with my lungs, but it's actually not the lungs. He got his pilot's license. He did get his pilot's license, Rocket Man. Gem State Tropics did. G Mello, the Sierra is full of snow, not down here in the desert. I got hiking up there either needs a bear spray. I take the handgun. Take the handgun, G Mello. 9mm. You guys can pack down there. I think you guys can open carry, which is awesome. We got to love the U.S. Love the U.S., man. I wish right now I was on the other side of the border in the U.S. broadcasting up here, broadcasting to the north. But I'm in the north broadcasting to the south. But that's cool. A private pilot license. That is really a good on you, man. Not a lot of people can say they got a private pilot license. So I think that's totally awesome. So congrats to you. And you're still a young dude. You're not that old, man. So having that at your young age is great, man. But you'll be able to fly around all over the place. Maybe one day you will. Fly up to the coast of British Columbia. Borders are open. Everything's business as usual. None of this restrictions or COVID bull crap. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. I'm live right now. I am live in the radio room. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube, buddy. Oh, my bad. Holy crap. I forgot to switch my channel over. I'm on Banana JSSI. No wonder so many people are asking me Palm questions. I can't believe it. Oh, my bad. I'm on Banana JSSI. Unreal. Thanks, man. I was uploading videos in my radio room on that channel, and I forgot to switch my account over. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it, buddy. I'll put your number in there. Don't worry. No problem, Joe. I'll wait for you to get back over. I All right, cheers, buddy. Oh, no wonder. I was wondering why I was getting so many Palm people on this one. I am on Banana JSSI. I thought I was on Jungle Josie Video Gates. Oh, I'm such an idiot. So that was Jim, 068 Minnesota, a friend of mine I talked to. Unreal. Sitting in the driveway, and I'm noticing the trees are putting on budding. Awesome. Well, hopefully it'll stay mild the rest of the winter, Stephen. That's what we can only pray for. It's crazy how they fly small planes here in Mexico. People land on regular roads and stuff. Cool. Gotta like that. That is a dream, man. You gotta love it, man. Yodi, there you are. Jim, I can't believe it. Now I'm looking at my icon, my thumbnail here, and it's like I'm on the wrong freaking channel. And you know what I said earlier, Jim? Yodi in Minnesota is Jim, and we talk to each other on a regular basis. And he just said to me, he can't find me on Jungle Josie Video Gates. I thought I was live here on the Video Gate channel. And you know what I said? I said, maybe later on today, I should do a live stream on Banana JSSI. Well, guess what? I am on Banana JSSI. And I couldn't figure out why there were so many Palm people in here. Gem State Tropics, Nike Cal, Palm Nation, all these guys. It's like, that's what I am. I'm getting old, man. I'm forgetting. I forgot to switch the count over. The counts are kind of joined, but I still got to switch over to the account when I want to do a live stream. So I got to switch between them. Unreal. Anyway, my bad. Sorry about that. I apologize. Yeah, thanks, Gem State Tropics. Thanks, Steven. You know what? And it's probably good that I'm on this channel. I haven't done one on this channel for a while. So hey, thanks for coming in. I think that's funny. I always try to remind myself to switch over, right? And Jim, I talked to him on the radio and he reminded me. Thanks, Jim. Unreal. Oh, well, you know what? I'm an hour and something into it. So maybe a little bit later, maybe after this one, I'll go on to Jungle Josie Video Gates and I'll do a radio video gate one. But hey, that's life. That's life. I'm glad you guys are in there. And we actually even had some radio guys in here too. I was searching all over. That is so funny. So, hey, Yoda Man in Minnesota, if I'm not on that one and I'm live streaming, you know I'm on this one. So this is my main YouTube channel. It's got a lot more hits on it, and it's got a lot more videos on it. But and I do actually have video gates on here too. Believe it or not, I do have video gates on here, lots of them from a long time ago, 10 years ago. But I didn't know you were even. Okay. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. That's what happens when you're getting old. I can eat more ginkgo biloba to fix my memory. Well, you're coming through anyway, so I'm glad, hey, I'm glad you actually found me in there on the radio, Jim. How in the hell did you know I was even on? You were just kind of tuning through the band and you heard me calling? Because I've been actually reading the mail here more than I've been on the radio, which is probably a good thing. I made a few contacts and I've been actually just kind of interacting here. Yeah, it's a bit. I was bagging on 3. Oh, that's really interesting. Well, I made some Indiana and I made a few contacts anyway, but nothing major. It's pretty quiet on the band. Yeah, but it's far. Gem State Tropics, Boise area on the roads. I do not know of a few places in rural Eastern Oregon when people land. I guess maybe in an emergency you could land on the road. Anyway, 068 Jim, I did buy a new power supply. It'll be here. They said January 5th. I got a 50 amp variable coming. I'm going to keep it in here. I'm probably going to wait till this one. Well, maybe I'll hook it up right away and just take this one off the shelf. If you need to find me, I'm always sandbagging on 365. Okay, good to know. It's a Jeverty. It's called a Jeverty 50 amp, and I read all the reviews. Variable 5 to 15 volts or 9 to 15 volts, and it'll be a good one. So I'm going to hook that up and take this one off the shelf, or maybe I'll just put it right on top of this one. I might just put it right on top of this one. We'll see. And then I will I'll continue on as usual, and I won't have that buzzing noise screwing up my buzzing noise behind me when I key up, because I know it's going to blow up soon. In emergencies, it's better to land in a field. Yeah, I think I'd rather land on a field, man. That would be scary, landing on a highway or something, and you got some big freaking semi truck coming right at your Cessna. I was down here looking for connectors for my minivan and decided unreal. Well, cool. Well, I've been live streaming for an hour and 10 minutes here. So you came in there a couple of minutes ago. So anyway, you're in the gate. You made the gate. That's a good thing. And I will put your number in the title. I can probably just do it. I can do it on the information section. I put live Christmas Day video gate. Isn't that funny? Oh my God. I actually have to leave a note on my laptop here when I'm going to do these things. I'm wiring up the van Detroit on Wednesday. Cool. For Detroit. Nice. Oh, yeah, you're heading to Detroit, Motor City. I've only had one engine roughness so far. Good. Well, you don't cross your fingers. You don't want any engine roughness or engines failing when you're up there, Stephen. Merry Christmas, man. I'm going to spend time with the family. Have a good one. And thanks. Yeah, I think it'll go smooth there. G Mello, they said it's a lot better if you're a healthy person, but if you're in really bad shape, then the surgery, sometimes there can be difficulties. I'm not worried. I feel great, man. I always have tons of energy. He says, well, you'll have more energy. He says, well, is that right, eh? Well, we'll have to find that out. I'll be running AM, so hopefully I can try you out. Cool. Well, I'll be gone for 2 days, Yoda Man, because Jim, because on the 27th I'm in for surgery, and I leave tomorrow morning. Early tomorrow morning, I'll be in Victoria. So 2 nights I got to stay in Victoria, and then I'll be back on Thursday night or Friday morning, something like that. But yeah, I'll listen for you out there, man. And you'll be on AM. Well, what I can do, I can hook the beam antenna up to my 980 Bearcat and turn the beam in your direction. And I could run a little horsepower through that unit in. Like I got the 100 watt on AM there. I can run that and you might be able to hear me. And hopefully I can pull you in on the beam, right? So, but need to head out. But thanks. Hey, thanks, Gem State Tropics. I appreciate it, buddy. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And hopefully one of these days you can fly up here to the Gulf Islands, or at least southern coastal BC mainland, right across from our Gulf Islands. Actually, we're across from Washington. That's northeast of us. Our island is across from Washington State, but just northeast of us, just north of Washington at Boundary Bay Airport. Check that out. Boundary Bay Airport. That's the one you'd fly into if you ever decide to do it. I'll let you know. Have a gate post-surgery. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. I wasn't planning on doing a Christmas live gate, but here I am. And we do have some radio people in here. I'm happy Jim made it in. And I'm happy that there's plant people in here too. I could not figure out why. I was actually kind of baffled why there were so many plant people in here and and hardly any radio people. There's a few radio people, but I was talking to 333 in the Ozarks, and I said, I'm live right now. And that poor guy was probably looking for the live gate because he's usually in some of them, and he couldn't find it. He's like, is Joe off his rocker? He's not doing a live gate while I am on this one. Purely from a practical standpoint, is it easy to control a small engine plane? I wonder. I wouldn't try. You need a lot of training, man. It would be fun, though, to fly, that's for sure. Hello from Cincinnati, 60 degrees and raining. Yeah, we are about 48 here. Oh, no, we're 50 now. We're 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind warning in effect. Tomorrow's going to be 48 and sunny, then 52, then 50, then 50, then 48, then 48. And low temperatures are going to be in the mid-40s. So I'm not going to complain. We're in Canada. You know what I mean? We're not shoveling any snow or anything. So it's all good. Cincy Tropics. So that is a good thing, man. And so all you guys are having a green Christmas then. Pretty much all of you are having a green Christmas, which is pretty awesome. Looks like this is scrolling. I don't know how long this is going to last, my live stream. It might pack it in soon. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to, I'll probably pack this one in sooner than later, and then I'm going to do a video gate on my other channel as well. Going to grab something to eat. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I did have chili earlier on, believe it or not. I would book a flight lesson to see. Yeah, that'd be cool to fly one of those things, wouldn't it? You know, but I'm sure Stephen has had a lot of training. And you just can't, not any person can just hop in a plane and decide to fly it, right? So good on him, man. I think that's cool. Stephen's not a very old dude. So good on him getting his pilot's license, man. That's pretty exciting. Looking at the world from above, right? You know, and you could get some good videos up there too. I mean, when I'm in a jet plane flying to Hawaii or flying back, I shoot a lot of YouTube videos on this channel, right? And so you can see my Hawaiian YouTube videos, but above Hawaii, flying out or flying into the airport, or flying above the clouds. I love it, man. It's freaking awesome. Just beautiful. I haven't been on a jet plane since December 2019. It's been 4 years, man. That was the start of the scamdemic. So you know what? Hopefully sooner and later I'll be back on one. Flight videos also get a lot. Yeah, I get, when you're flying here to over the Gulf Islands, you look out, you see Mount Baker, and then you see to the southeast, you see Mount Rainier, and it sticks up above the clouds. I got a cool video and pictures of Mount Rainier and the top of Mount Baker. They're both volcanoes in Washington State that can be seen from our island. But so we're up high. We're up at 20,000 foot as we're coming in, and you can see them sticking up above the clouds, man. It is so cool. So it's cloudy below, but the sun is shining up above those clouds, and it's surreal, man. It's like you're on top of these puffy cotton balls flying in, man. It's pretty awesome. Legally speaking, you can fly without training in ultraflight. Yeah, they have those around here too, but I used to see a lot of those, but I don't see them much anymore, ultralights. Used to see a lot of those things, more on the mainland. And you know what I used to see on the mainland a lot? I used to see a lot of hot air balloons. There was a ton of hot air balloons on the mainland. And I think maybe in all the years I've lived here on this island, I think I might have seen one hot air balloon. But, and I know New Mexico's big for that too. That's like when you land the Canary Islands on a cloudy day. That's cool. So you're seeing all the mountains of the Canary Islands sticking up above the clouds. So Cincy Tropics, 60 degrees in the Buckeye State on Christmas Day. You got to love it. I wonder what the weather's like in Minnesota. Jim, if you're still in there, what's your weather like in Minnesota? It's in Rochester. It's a green one. I bet you it's a green Christmas there too. Guaranteed it's a green Christmas in Minnesota. It's freaking nuts, man. Oh, so many seaplanes. You know what? I got so many videos of seaplanes on this channel. You know what? Let's just see something here, man. I'm going to find you a video if I can. Okay, let's just see here. There's that 14-pound chicken. 14-pound chicken. It's so slow, this internet. I uploaded some videos for Wendy at our buddy's place yesterday, just down the road. It is so high speed. He's got one of those dishes, right? And it is unreal. I guess he's tapped into Starlink or something. Seaplanes on Salt Spring Island. And I'll send you a link and you can see the... They're pretty cool planes. And I'm sure Stephen could fly one because it's the same size as the Cessnas. Let's see what we got here. Bear with me, folks. Okay. Here's one from 5 years ago. There's my link. Hang on. This internet is crazy, man. I'm just trying to copy. That might have been Wendy leaving on the seaplane. I shot this one 5 years ago. Here's a link for you. Here's a seaplane going to be taking off. So it's called, we have Salt Spring Air and Harbor Air here. Have you ever seen the Titanic Lake shipwreck that was in? No, never seen that. But you want to see something really cool? I'm going to show you something really cool that I have, and I had it since I was a kid. See this newspaper clipping? This is a newspaper clipping from the Titanic. All right, after it sunk, this is a newspaper clipping of the Titanic. And it was April 5 cents, Vancouver, BC, 19th year, the Vancouver, I guess in the Sun, 34 pages, April 16th, 1912. Great quantity of wreckage where Titanic went down. I found this when I was a little kid. I found a stack of old newspapers, and I cut out this page, and I've had it framed probably since 19. I've had it. I didn't have it framed since 74, but it was about 1974 when I found this. So I've had it about 50 years. And here's a newspaper clipping from the Titanic. It's got the Grim Reaper. It's got the list of people that died on it. Everything, man. Isn't that crazy? That is the Titanic right there. And pretty cool. So that's my little bit of memorabilia of history right there from the wreckage of the Titanic. Might be worth something too. Vancouver men among victims of the Titanic. Isn't that crazy? That's what it says. Vancouver men among. But look at the Grim Reaper on there. Isn't that crazy? 5 cents for the newspaper back then. Let me put that back here. Titanic. A long time ago. Long time ago, she went down. The SS America. Never seen that one. Only 600-meter runway. 600 meter. That's 1,900 feet, I think. Sketchy place to land at the Scilly Isles Airport. Short runway, cliff. Yikes. Never seen a hot air balloon? Oh, yeah. Lot. Anyway, there are tons of seaplanes. There's the link for you. You can check it out, man. You can check out the link to the seaplanes here on Salt Spring Island. It's, like I say, year-round. You can get a seaplane out today if you want. They're all the time. You can go down there, book in Ganges. The guys will carry your luggage down to the dock, and a seaplane will be waiting for you. When that one takes off, another one comes in. That's really cool. Antique, did you know there was a book predicts sinking of the Titan? No way, really? Book was called Wreck of the Titan. That's crazy. No, I didn't know that. It hit an iceberg somewhere off of Newfoundland, I think, somewhere out there. Didn't a bunch of guys go down in a sub there last year to go see the Titanic, and their sub kind of imploded or something like that? That's sketchy. You know what? I wouldn't want to be going down that deep. It's like, what is it, several thousand feet deep or something under the ocean? Isn't it like that deep? Several thousand feet? It's way down there. No thanks. I'll pass. Anyway, I'm going to roll soon. I'll go to 1:30. I'm going to go to an hour and 30 minutes. Then I'm going to pull the plug on this. You guys play with your Christmas presents. Eat some Christmas snacks. Are you okay? Tell me something. I need to know. Do you guys do a traditional Christmas dinner? Do you have turkey? Do you do ham? We had the 14-pound chicken last night at Hal and Michelle's place down the road. Super great people. Awesome cooks. They cook unbelievable. She is like an unreal cook. He's like master smoker and barbecuer, this guy, Hal. Yes, the pressure down there is insane. Yeah, so 12,500 feet. Holy smokers. That is freaking insane. 12,000. So think of 12,500 feet up. You're that deep under the ocean. Unreal. Miles under the ocean. Unreal. Yeah, no, his submarine was poorly made. No doubt about it, man. That is freaking insane. And they paid like $100,000 each to go into that thing to get squished. No thanks. You think they even felt it? Do you think they even know what happened? Like, or did it happen so fast? How do you think that happened? Do you think it's slowly started coming in on them? You know, or did it just go boom like that? I wonder. Like, hopefully they didn't suffer, man. That would have been so freaky. I'm guessing the windows probably would have blown out first. I don't know. How do you think that happened? Do you think it just squished them like really fast? Chicken, turkey, ham, beef, mashed. How about Yorkshire pudding? Yorkshire, there we go. And then trifle for dessert. They would have died. They would have instantly died. Okay. So no suffering. It never reached 12,000. It didn't. How far did it go down before it squished, before it imploded? When I was married to Hillary, my ex-wife, British, we'd go and have it at her mom's place sometimes. Her mom was born in Liverpool. Dad was Manchester. Yorkshire pudding. We'd have roast beef a lot of times, believe it or not, and we'd have trifle for dessert. And yeah, it was really, really good. Crushed in a fraction of a second. Oh my God. Like, did they ever recover those things or not? Did they recover that sub, or is it still down there? Part of the wreck now that people are going to go down to visit one day, right? Just like the Titanic. I couldn't be bothered going down there. It doesn't, you know what? It interests me if there's a show on it and they send a non-manned robot kind of sub down to see it, but I wouldn't pay 9,000 or so. They went down 9,000. Wow, unreal. That's just insane, man. 1 minute you're all excited to see the thing, and then you're crushed. 6,100 pounds per square inch. So it would have there would have been nothing left of them. It would have been flattened like a pancake, right? There would have been there's nothing like if they if they went down there to try to rescue him, what would have been like flattened like a pancake? Is that what it like? What would the sub look like when it was done under that pressure? Would it be in a bunch of pieces or would it be flat? I picture it to be flat. There's nothing left of that sub. Unreal. So everything in it, it's like when there's a jet crash, there's not much left. You really don't find a lot of bodies, right? Unreal. Scary. Definitely not worth 100,000. That is freaking insane, man. Yeah. Who would have known, right? Hey, you got a GoPro. Yeah, cool. I got that's a good one, man. I got the GoPro 9. That's what I have. So probably pretty much same as a GoPro 8. I have a GoPro 9 and the Hero 2. Yeah, pieces. So it blew into pieces. So did they ever rescue that or not? They didn't go down to they were trying to rescue it, but did they ever get any pieces up or is it just leave it down there? Leave them in their watery grave. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Abstract Tom. I'm glad you got a GoPro. That's really cool. I got to start using my GoPro 9 more in the new year. I'd rather pay to go space. Yeah, same with me. I think so too. I think I'd rather pay to go to space. Yeah. Yeah, I got my GoPro 9 in the spring. And in 2012 on Maui, Wendy bought the Hero 2 GoPro. And a rock tumbler. You know what? Rock tumblers are awesome. You got the 9 too. Cool. They're good cameras. You know, I had a rock tumbler and Wendy threw the freaking thing out, man. I wish I still had it. Rock tumblers are so cool. I love them. And she got rid of it. It was my kids. And they left. I think it was my kids. And they left it here and it's gone now. I really like that rock tumbler. I used to do a lot of rocks in it. Have you seen Virgin Galactic where you can pay to go to space? No, but you probably have to pay a lot of money, right? To go to space, you probably have to pay big bucks. Probably no different than going down under the ocean. You probably have to pay 100,000, maybe $1 million. Now you probably have to pay $1 million to go to space. I bet. I think it would cost more to go to space. What do you think? More to go to space than under the ocean? I don't know. It'd still be kind of risky though. What I can't understand is why they haven't gone back to the moon in like over 50 years. It boggles my mind. The GoPro Hero 5 session, you can't see out of the back. Yeah, cool. So you have the screen in the back like my 9. My 9 has the screen in the back, and the whole back of the camera is actually the screen. And it is nice, man. I really like that. I really like it. It's good. You put a mini chip in it, a mini SD card. There's where the old 8 or the old GoPro 2, I put the full SD card in, right? So 400,000 per person. Yikers. Well, if you got the money, you're worth 20, 30 million. Why not? Pocket change, right? Somebody like Bill Gates or the Amazon guy, Jeff Bezos, he could do that. I think it's safer too. Maybe because they've gone so many times into space, and maybe they've never really gone that deep with humans to 12,500 feet, right? But yeah, I think it'd be fun to go to space. One day they're probably going to go to Mars, and they're probably going to say, "Hey, does any people want to go up to Mars?" And we're going to try to habit the place, make it habitable, and build a, like they have the domes in Cornwall there, the Eden Project. I think one day they'll probably do that on Mars. They'll build like these big domes and put oxygen in them and maybe get like people to live up there. Yes, some billionaire and his son died in the sub. And oh man, and he did anyway. That's sad. NASA says there is microbial life on the lunar south pole of Mars. Cool. I believe it, man. I think at one time there probably was maybe normal life there like us, right? Not just microbial life, Think they were from Pakistan or India and they're done, man. Wouldn't that just suck? That's tragic, man. The kid didn't want to go. Dad wants to go. Come on, son, let's go. It'll be an adventure. And that was it, man. They're done. They're done. Nothing left of them, man. Sad. No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all. That's but they didn't feel it. They didn't suffer. You know what I mean? I think it'd be worse in a plane crash where you're going down and the pilot comes over and he says, "Hey, we're having malfunctioning. The engines are malfunctioning and we prepare for crash landing." Like, in seconds you're going to be dead, or maybe dead, right? And you're traveling at 500, 600 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden you're going to hit land or ocean at that speed. Unreal. Or faster. High temperature of 20 C. That's not bad. 20 C. But there's not enough oxygen there to support life, is there? Indiana Chris says it was 54 degrees and rainy. And wow. 54 degrees rainy in his area, and so is mine. That's good. 54. Yeah, we're 50 here. Crash landing has to. Oh, it'd be scary, man. Even hitting turbulence, even when you're in a jet and you hit turbulence, it's scary, right? You're all of a sudden you're cruising along, and you hit turbulence, and then the fasten the seatbelt sign comes on, and then the jet starting to go like this. It's like, holy crikey. And I've hit some bad turbulence one time. I remember she was serving me some tea, the stewardess, and spilt some on my freaking lap. It was on my leg, actually. I think Elon Musk's idea of creating an atmosphere is better than humans living in domes on Mars. I think Elon Musk's idea of creating an atmosphere is better than... Yeah, that would be cool, man. He could probably do it. He's got enough money, right? He's into the space stuff. SpaceX. I've seen his thing go by up in the sky. It's Starlink. Is that what it is? Starlink. It's really bizarre seeing that cruise past. Really, really bizarre, man. Imagine having that much money to do all that stuff. Unreal. Well, hopefully Tesla sales keep on rising, because if Tesla sales go down, that ain't going to be good for him. I heard electric car sales have been down. They say those lithium-ion batteries are really dangerous, and you know what it said? I read something last night. Hal was showing me. To put out a regular car fire with a gas engine, and it takes 1,400 liters of water. To put out a car with a lithium-ion battery on fire, 22,000 liters. Apparently, lithium-ion battery fires are very difficult to put out. Also, you can manipulate the atmosphere and carbon so you can make temps on Mars, whatever. No way, that's crazy. You can start at least to terraform Mars and take thousands. Isn't that unreal? If you can do that. Yeah, so not in our lifetime. I don't think anybody... Do you think they'll be on Mars in our lifetime? What do you think? I mean, they've sent lots of unmanned, like the Mars rovers there. But do you think they'll actually have humans up there in our lifetime? Do you think they'll have humans walking on Mars in the next 10 years? What do you guys think on that? I'm curious. I think so. But the funny thing is, and like I said, it's been like over 50 years since the last time they put a man on the moon. Why has it taken so long to get a man back on the moon? I don't get it. A lot of people think the moon landing was a hoax. I remember watching it on TV in 1969 when I was a kid. Elon Musk says by 2040 he will send humans to Mars, but you don't think so. 2040, that's in 16 years. I'm going to be pretty old, man. I'm going to be like 75. Hard to say. They might just send more probes. Yeah. And how about the moon? How come they haven't sent man back to the moon since they claim they've been up there 3 or 4 times to the moon? But how come they're taking so long? I don't get it. You know what I mean? It kind of boggles my mind that they haven't sent anybody up. They've sent probes and crap up there, but how come not man? So do you think the moon landings were a hoax, or do you think they were real? I think they're real. I mean, I watched them, but a lot of people think, no, it's fake, man. Yeah. Be interesting to know what your views are on that. Real. I think it's real too. I remember watching it in July 1969 on a black and white TV with my parents. I was over 5 years old, and I thought that was the coolest thing, man. These guys are on the moon. It was wild. Very, very wild. But I hope I get to see that in my lifetime, where they actually send a man to Mars. Well, I mean, several men to Mars. That would be so cool. I think it takes doesn't it take a year and a half to get up there? Hello, barefooted gardener. Merry Christmas from the Gulf Islands here in the North Pacific. I thought I was actually doing a live video gate on my other channel, but incidentally, I forgot to switch my channels over, and I'm on Banana JSSI. So that's cool. This is good. It turned out okay. I had no... I didn't think I was actually going to be doing a live stream on this one today. I was planning on doing a video to Minnesota. He says, Joe, I can't find you on Jungle Joe C Video Gates. And it's because I'm on Banana JSSI. And yeah, Merry Christmas out there. A nice green Christmas. I I really didn't want anything for Christmas. Wendy got me some silly. She got me a silly thing, but that's okay. It's good to be silly. I got some socks. I got a silly thing. I got a candle. I don't want anything else, and I got a power supply, but that's not coming till the 5th of January. I got a 50 amp power supply for my radio stuff here, which I need. So there we go. So it was a good Christmas here. And now I am looking forward to getting past my surgery on Wednesday and going and then recovering and then spring. She should have got you some palm seeds. Yeah, palm seeds. Just like what I need, more like at a hole in the head should say. That's the last thing I need, palm seeds. But, if they're exotic palm seeds, not tracky seeds, that'd be good. Why can't they just send our trash into space? They could. I guess they could just start sending trash into space. Why not, eh? So all that stuff is just floating around out there around the Earth in orbit. Garbage. Well, there probably is space junk floating around out there, right? I'm sure there is. There's lots of space junk floating around in space. How about dead satellites? Where do they go? If a satellite dies up there, does it keep going around in the orbit, or does it actually come crashing to the ground? I'm curious. But anyway, yeah, I have no shortage of palm seeds here. I actually have lots of tracky seeds. Space rock mining might be a thing. You never know. It could be. It could be like maybe there's some stuff on the moon they could mine, right? But getting it back to Earth could be kind of tricky. I mean, the moon is what, 245,000? Isn't it like 245,000 miles from Earth? So it takes like what, doesn't it take a couple of days, few days to get to the moon? Something like that. It's pretty amazing that they did land on the moon. It would be, you imagine stepping foot on the moon for the first time? That is just absolutely it would have been scary too. It would have been really scary to be the very first man to land on the moon. I was thinking that spreading tons of tracky seeds in a cold. You could, and some of them might take, you never know. That's how you get the hardier strains, right? It would take 6 months to get to Mars. Oh, that's not too bad, 6 months. That's not that bad. I thought it'd take longer. Yeah, so Barefooted Gardener, what I do is I just spread thousands of seed down in there in the back of our ravine, in the ravine there. And, not all of them are going to take. Like I say, there's rodents down there. I'm sure there's squirrels. I know that. I'm sure there's mice and there's rats. So, and birds. So some of those, they're going to get pecked off. Some of them might rot. So only the hardiest ones are going to survive, germinate, and that's what's growing down. And they've produced this very cold tolerant. Well, I'm not going to say cold tolerant. Trachycarpus are fine here, but wet tolerant species of Trachycarpus palm tree that can handle adverse growing conditions, standing water for months on end, which is absolutely bizarre. No, there's no poison ivy anywhere on our. I don't even know poison ivy grows in Canada. We have stinging nettle, but you can eat that stuff. It's good for. I use it in my tea. But there's no poison ivy. I've never even seen poison ivy. Here, Butia, Canary Island, date palm, med fans. Tracky seed are very easy to. I might start. You should, and start throwing them around, man. Canary Island date palm, especially. Imagine have those things naturalized. That'd be awesome. I wish we could grow big date palms here. The only place they have half a chance anywhere in Canada is over on the far west coast of Vancouver Island. So my friend Brian in Tofino has one out in his garden for more than a decade, no protection, totally flawless. And he's also got a nice brahia or edulus, beautiful butias, no protection. They had public areas do it, and hopefully the gardeners don't weed them out. That's the problem. Like even some of the palms I have growing in town, you get the gardeners that weed out the palm seedlings underneath. The creek probably dries up. It does dry up in summer. It does, but it's always moist. It's always wet down there. Like if you step in the creek, it's going to be wet, like damp, the mud kind of like. You could dig down there and water will come up. If you dig a hole down there in the dry summer, water comes up in that hole. It'll so the water table is high because the ravine is so low. That's the thing, right? So they always got adequate moisture, the roots, which is a good thing. Is we're up here in our upper garden, we're living on rock. It's very, very rocky, this garden. So we had to make our own soil. And when I worked for the Parks Department, whenever I mowed the lawns in the park, I would bring home all the grass clippings for Wendy. I'd bring home Rubbermaid garbage can containers full, sometimes about 6 or 7 of them at a time every week. And she'd just spread them all in the gardens and it would rot down. And then in the fall, when I mowed the parks, I would use a bagger lawnmower and suck up the leaves, suck up the grass clippings, would shred them, put them in the Rubbermaid containers, bring them to Wendy, and she would throw them all over the garden. So Wendy's created the most amazing soil. It's amazing what grows on this rock here. When I look out, it just blows me away. Here in the UK, the Canary Island date palm self seed. So I just think, yeah, that would be cool to self. They do that on the Oregon coast too. Why do they keep removing? Well, no, I tell you what it was. They revamped the park. They revamped Centennial Park, and that was in the works for a long time. And they're finally doing it because the roots from the oak trees have lifted up all the slabs of concrete. People keep tripping on it. So then they decided to change the gardens around. But those palms were not intended to leave the park. Those 3 palms they took out were supposed to stay in the park. So the guys in charge of the construction are an off-island construction group. A buddy of mine comes by and he says, "Hey, what are you doing with those palm trees?" After they dug them out, and he says, "You can take them if you want, but they had no right of giving them away. They should have asked the parks department." So my buddy came with his truck and his crane or whatever and picked them up, took them away, and planted them in his garden. And I asked the supervisor, I said, "So what? You guys just give away the palms like that?" Well, he says, "No, they weren't intended to be given away. The construction guy should not have given those things away. They had to go through Parks Department to okay, and they never did." So anyway, they're in my friend's garden, which is okay because they didn't cut them down. And Grace Point is a private residence. Grace Point in town is private strata condos, and they didn't like the eucalyptus trees, the big ones there, because they said they were interfering with water pipes and lifting up the sidewalk, so they cut them down. That's why. But all the other exotics, there's lots of palm trees in our town. Lots of palm trees. Lots of eucalyptus trees in town. They left the big eucalyptus tree in the park, and there's also lots more palms in the park. I can tell you, in Centennial Park, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about a dozen more palm trees in Centennial Park at the back of the park. I know because I planted them there. It was very annoying here when a property cut down a 40-foot. Unreal. 8 40-foot Washingtonia. Unreal. What an idiot, man. That is so annoying. That really is. What the F is wrong with some people, eh? They have no idea. You're in England and you got 40-foot Washingtonia palms. That is just absolutely insane that they did that. Yeah, sword ferns, they wouldn't grow inside here. They grow all over our property. They I don't know if they'd work inside. I mean, they're all over our property. I'm looking at sword ferns right now. They grow big here. There are thousands of them. There's thousands of them all over our property. They're native here and they're evergreen, which are nice. But they get pretty big. I mean, but I don't know how they would do inside. I think it's too warm and dry. You would try one outside in your garden, not inside. Try it outside. Mulch the crown in the wintertime. What you do, get a sword fern and pile a bunch of leaves on it, put it close to your house. They'll grow in shade or sun here, but where you are, maybe more shade. But we have some gorgeous ones. I've actually moved lots of them up to our upper garden here because I like sword ferns so much. They look kind of tropical. When you walk the back of our property, it looks so nice with all the palm trees and the sword ferns down there. So I think the property will look a lot better in 10 years down there when those palms get bigger, right? Way bigger. I would have paid to transplant them. Oh, yeah. 8 of them. That's crazy, man. I saw in Palm Dock someone posted they cut down a 30-foot Washingtonian London because it was taller than the house. I would have removed the house, Nike Cal. How hardy do you think rosemary is? Well, that stuff's easy to grow here. I'm going to say 15 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm guessing. You'd have to look that up. But they took out big ones in the park, too. They took out all the Mexican orange. They took out all the massive rosemary bushes. Huge rosemary bushes in the park for over 20 years. Big ones. And they're gone. But a friend of mine actually got them. And there's rosemary blooming right now in town. The creeping rosemary's got purple flowers all over it. So creeping rosemary is less hardy. Upright rosemary is hardier. Rosemary officinale is hardier than the creeping rosemary. Do you know any tips to get the orchids to bloom again? Yeah, especially the Phalaenopsis. So once the flowers die on them, look down the stem. You go down the stem. The stem will probably even start to die a little bit, but there's nodes. There's little nodes on the stem. You cut it just above a node, and then you wait. You keep them warm, and they like to be misted, and they should actually shoot out another flower stem out of the main stem. If they're Cymbidium, actually ours send out flower spikes in the winter. So with Cymbidium, I let them get even sometimes coolness. And I did bring them into the basement about, I'm going to say 3 weeks ago, because I didn't know if we are going to get any frost or not. But I let them get some cooler temps. So they've had temperatures down to 2 degrees, 3 degrees Celsius. I put them in a basement where it's kind of darkish with a grow light. And it's around 10 degrees Celsius in that cool basement. It's like a cellar. And they send out flower spikes for me. So they like that little chilling effect. So we have 2 really nice Cymbidiums. I can't believe people cut down those big washies, man. That's just stupid. People doing stuff like that is just, man, you can't fix stupid, right? Should I repot my orchids? Yeah, you can repot them. You got to get an orchid mix. They do like kind of wood chips. There is like a wood chip kind of cocoa fiber, something like that. Go to your nursery, a garden center, and say you need to repot your orchids, and I need the right potting mix for my orchids. Generally, they grow and kind of, if you look at them, kind of like a bark chips or something like that, right? Wendy's got orchids. I have the Cymbidium orchid. She's got Phalaenopsis, the moth or butterfly orchid, whatever you want to call them. Those are less cold tolerant. They're more finicky, but you still got some to bloom nice. We have one in the kitchen window. Lots of humidity there. Lots of humidity. So hard to believe it's Christmas. I don't, when I look outside and stuff, it's like, it'd probably feel more Christmassy for me if we had some snow on the ground, but it don't feel Christmassy. It doesn't feel Christmassy at all for me here. Got some pumpkin pie for dessert. Don't know what we're having for dinner though. But ask your local garden center there, Abstract Tom, and see what they'll have for you there. I'm sure you live near a garden center. But rosemary, 15 degrees, I'm guessing. I've never seen it damaged in our park. I've seen it killed at my last location on the mainland. I think it was around 15 degrees, and I'm sure it was killed at those temperatures. Rose bushes are practically evergreen. Oh, cool. They're blooming here right now. All the roses are blooming. I pointing them out to Wendy yesterday. She says, look at all the roses, man. They're all blooming right now. Red ones, pink ones. Here's everywhere is lit up with Christmas lights. Yeah. The fire halls are done here. The police station, where I work is, the odd house, but it doesn't look very Christmassy here at all. In the city, you see more of that stuff like Vancouver, Victoria, but the weather is far from cold and snow. That's like here too. So did we go up any? We are 10 degrees Celsius right now. And it looks very gloomy out there. It's a very gloomy day. I would like to be in Mexico with my kids. My 3 kids are in Mexico right now. Be right back. They are in Playa del Carmen. And man, did it look nice. My daughter posted a pic of them standing together in the sand with rows of coconut palms behind them. That was yesterday. And even here it's 50 degrees, man. You see, so El Nino's doing a number on the northern states and the southern part of Canada. Typically we do have a green winter here anyway, but I'll take it. And the long range forecast is really mild. By the way, the bananas are still green at Hal and Al's. You can see Hal and Michelle's. You can see the video I shot. I'm banking on green bananas. Well, there'll be green bananas for New Year's. Let's see, what's New Year's looking like? Yeah, there's going to be green bananas for New Year's. New Year's bananas, man. That is awesome. New Year's bananas coming up here on Salt Spring Island. Gotta like that. His bananas are absolutely flawless. They are just, man, that guy knows how to grow bananas. Yeah, there's bananas on him. You betcha. I have actually left out dwarf Cavendish and it's still green. Well, yeah, he's got those there too. I gave them to him. He's got 2 dwarf Cavendish and he's got a Musa and Sete ventricosum. Morillii. He's got the red one. He's got the red banana as well. And he's got those, but they're not in the ground. Got those in pots. And he's got lots of palms in the garden. The palms are getting big. And yeah, the banana jungle is just unbelievable, man. It's cool. Yeah, you can see the video. I just uploaded it today. I was over at his place. His bananas are just freaking great. Hardly any rips in the leaves because don't get the wind. And well, maybe we'll make it through till spring. There's been on 2 occasions where my bananas have made it through till spring. Green, with green foliage on them. I have the red in the ground. Yeah, he tried it and it actually froze last year. Sad that you're not in Mexico. Yeah, I know. Well, you got to remember, I think my ex is there. I think they're with my ex. Because my ex is their mom, right? My ex-wife. So it'd be hard for me to be down there with my ex. But it looked nice. They're in an all-inclusive and they're having fun. I'm looking forward to my cruise in May. It's going to be so awesome. My cruise in May. I love cruising. Wendy's never been on a cruise. This will be my 5th cruise, 4th time to Alaska, and the food on the cruise is just so good. So she's going to really like that. But yeah, no, it'd be nice to be down there, Abstract Tom. When I see their pictures, I'm happy for them. But I got to go into the hospital on Wednesday, so I can't go anywhere right now. I have to stick around, and then I got a doctor's appointment at the beginning of January. Sally Sue, we got a terrible harvest compared to last year. Seemed like we had a lot of overripe seeds, black and wrinkled seeds under the trees, but the green were plump and healthy. Well, if the green were plump and healthy, that's good. And you just have to hang them up a little bit, let them, hang them in a cool area, storage with good air circulation, air ventilation, and airflow, whatever, and they will turn black shortly after. Yeah, I'm going to shoot videos with the GoPro 9 in Alaska. Yep. You could probably do a trip to Brookings as it doesn't. Yeah, Brookings is not that far. Brookings is about a 11-hour drive. I guess once I get off the ferry, once I get from Victoria to Washington State, which is just right across Juan de Fuca, then it's about 11 hours, something like that, to drive down there, or maybe at 11. You could probably do a trip to, yes. I'm going to do a vlog of Alaska. Well, I don't know about a vlog, but I'll do videos every day. I guess I could. And Wendy will too. There is actually internet on the boat too. Are the black and wrinkled ones still good? You'd have to do a video of them and let me see. If they're too wrinkled, put them in water. And like I say, that's a good way to test. If you put them in water and they sink, and generally they're good, but if they float, they're no good, right? The ice is melting in Alaska. Well, that's not good. We're going to go see the glacier, so there better be some glacier left when we're up there. The glacier, the icy strait, the glacier is pretty amazing, man. It is just crazy. I've been to the glacier a few times. 11 or 12-hour drive from here, and you're in Royal. Wow. Oh, because you got to go to the through the tunnel. I did a hardy palm update video a few weeks ago. Oh, did you? Cool. Okay, I got to check it. The barefooted gardener. And I mean, you know what our palms are looking like here. I always do videos. Glacier calving isn't cool because it's and it does look cool to watch though. I got videos of them. I got videos of glaciers calving right on here. I got Alaska cruise videos, lots of them on this channel. If you want to see Alaska cruise videos, go to this channel and punch in Alaska, and you'll see what I shot up there. You'll see the glaciers calving, and then I'm in Juneau, Ketchikan, Skagway, Hoona. Been to quite a few different places up there in coastal Alaska. It's a pretty beautiful place. But it looks fun it's fun to watch them, I'll tell you. The Mediterranean coast is 12-hour drive. Cool. That would be like Northern California for us. I have to get surgery on Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm going in for my heart surgery. So that will be in the morning, first thing in the morning on Wednesday. I gotta be at the hospital before 8:00. I'm gonna be up there, man. They're gonna be cutting me open and getting inside there. Woo! It's Krista. Gonna open me. Well, they're not gonna open me up, but too bad, right? They when they do that surgery, they go in through the wrist, right? They go in through here. They go in through there, and then they put the thing up in there, and it goes up to the plugged artery, and then they put a stent in there. One good thing that was similar Northern Cal winter, the Mediterranean is much hotter in the summer. Yeah, but you know what's really hot in the summer is inland Northern California, which is the same amount to drive there. I just drive down Interstate 5, which I've been. So you go to like Redding or you go to Red Bluff, and there's big Washingtonias there and date palms and stuff. It's hot there. It gets really hot in Redding. So that's in from the ocean. So that's the same amount of time. I could either go to the coast or I can go inland. There before, man. There's lots of Washingtonias there, big ones. It's pretty cool. Not that far from the southern Oregon border, right? It gets hot down there. So anyway, yeah, Tom, Wednesday morning. So I won't be around here, that's for sure. I'll do a live stream when I get back from my surgery. Once I get back, I'll be in Victoria for a couple of days. Once I get back, we'll give you the dirt. Typically, the average high right on the coast is 30, 31, and 21, 23 average lows. Wow. Nice. That is warm, man. That is warm. I'd like to go to the Mediterranean one day. One day. I've never been. Wendy's been to Europe. She's been to Ireland, Scotland, England, France. Yeah, I might do it. No, I'll be well. I should be fine. It's just day surgery. That's all it is day surgery, man. I'm gonna go out and eat something after that. I'm gonna be hungry, man. I gotta fast for this stupid thing. I hate fasting. It sucks. After my surgery, when they let me out of the hospital, I'm going to get a freaking hamburger, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Probably a veggie burger though. I do like the veggie burgers. And you have the mountains all along the coast with the palms growing everywhere. That's cool. Yeah, there's mountains in Washington, like when you get into northern Washington stuff on the coast. I don't really recall mountains on the Oregon coast, though. It's rugged. It's hilly, but I don't really see I don't think I see mountains. But inland, there's more. So not like Salt Spring, man. We got lots of mountains here, man. This is a hilly and mountainous place. Everywhere around me is hills and mountains, man. It's crazy. Yeah. And yeah, it's so weird when I went to Alberta for the first time. It's like the sky seemed to go forever because there's no mountains, right? When you're east of the Rockies, it's like big sky country like Montana. Palms are native to Florida. I thought they were native to Florida. I think they have sable minor, sable palmetto, and they have native Roystonia regia. I think in the south, I think they actually have a native Cuban royal palm. They have silver saw palmetto, a Celerife redii. Yeah, no, they have native palms there. They have the Florida thatch palm. They have, I think, Serrano repens. No, I think there's quite a few species native to Florida. I'm pretty sure there is. Native. I think there's quite a few species. There is sable palm. Oh, there's a lot of them. I'll tell you how many Florida natives. No, just a minute. Florida's native palms. Hang on. Are there any palm trees that are native to Florida? Are there? The saw palmetto is one of the most abundant native palms. And then there's the Coco Thrinax. Our royal palms native to Florida. Royal palms, large Mr. Palm, native to South Florida. Yeah, I was right. So there, and Eureka's not. There's sable palms, cabbage palms native to Florida. So there's many species of palms native to Florida. Only the king palm is native to. No. King palm is native to Australia. I believe that's Arcanto Phoenix Cunninghamiana. King palm, queen palm is from South America. No. That's a king palm. Yeah. Cygrus Roman Zophiana is the queen palm. Arcanto Phoenix is a king palm. And king palm's native to Australia. Needle palms. Yeah, no, there's lots. And no. Cordylines are native to. Cordyline's a big family, right? So if you're looking at Cordyline australis, those are native to New Zealand. If you're looking at Cordyline terminalis, those are native to the tropics somewhere. Right, but probably maybe Southeast Asia or something. I don't know. Maybe maybe I don't know if they're native to the Polynesia, but needle palms. But there's many species of palms. How many species of palms native to Florida? How many native to? I have a book on Florida palms, man. There's quite a few. There's 12 species native to Florida. There's 12 different palm species native to Florida. Yeah, I mean, cordylines will grow there. Only California palm. Yeah, only California fan palm is native to California. That's Washingtonia flifera. Every other palm has been introduced, right? And I heard California fan palms are native possibly to Arizona and maybe Nevada and areas of the desert, but people can correct me if I'm wrong. So there you go. Well, it looks like Wendy and Krista came home from their hike. I think it might be raining out here now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in soon. I'm going to go, it looks like there's an ad going to be running. I'm going to go in pretty soon and have a spot of tea. It's raining here, yeah. 43 North. Barefoot. I have a cordyline that was sold as an annual, which I plunked into the ground. And it's cool. So they will, wow, it survived the 2022 freeze. Well, we had the 2022 freeze here. They actually are they're actually more of a perennial. Cordylines australis are perennial. They got a taproot on them, but they freeze down, they'll pop back up again and usually get multi coming up. There's a bunch in the garden where I work And they were beautiful and big. They froze down in December, and then they're all coming up all over the place. Eureka palms. Areca palms? No. Areca. That's Chrysotolacarpus luciens. Eureka. Right? Areca palms, not Eureka, Areca palms. So Areca, Areca. Those are that's a butterfly palm. Monaco is also nice. Yeah, my buddy's gone there a couple of times. Pretty fancy, schmancy, ritzy, lots of palms. Lots of palms there too. Small country, Monaco. Didn't Princess Grace used to live there? Anyway, guys, hey, I should roll and maybe spend a little bit of time now. I've been 2 hours live streaming. I've been live streaming while they went out for a walk. They did ask me to go for a walk. Krista wanted to go swimming. Wendy's daughter swims every day year round. She's a cold water swimmer, so it doesn't matter if it's wintertime, she goes swimming. And she asked me if I wanted to go swimming. I go, no. I don't like being cold, man. It sucks. I like being warm, right? You know what I mean? So, hey, Abstract Tom, Night Guy Cal, and Barefooted Gardener, and everybody else. Who am I missing out there? Sally Sue. And I'm going back and I'm waving at everybody. And Steven's gone now. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Palm Planet was in there, 068 Minnesota. My next live stream, I'll do a little bit. Spot of tea. I'm going to fill my glass back up, my spot of tea. And I'm going to do a live stream on Jungle Josie Video Gates next. So stay tuned. I'll shoot a little skip. And I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys are having an awesome Christmas. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm actually glad I'm on Banana JSSI because it's been a while. I've been kind of neglecting this poor channel. So cheers and 73s to your radio guys out there. Means best wishes. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas day. You're having Christmas dinner tonight. Enjoy your turkey or your ham or your chicken or whatever you eat. Maybe if you're eating a McDonald's hamburger, enjoy that too. Take care and thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time. Stay warm out there. I got to walk back to the house now, but it's only 40 feet away. Merry Christmas, Barefooted Gardener and Night Guy Cal and Abstract Tom and everybody else. Cheers to you.